Hi guys, it's Tim here from cleverbodybuilding.com, and today we're going to make another recipe, slightly longer recipe, but we're going to do a sort of cottage pie, shepherd's pie, bodybuilding style. Okay, so we're literally going to make the mince taste nice, because if you're not dieting, why go bland? Okay, so last time we did chicken, and this time we're going to do beef. So we've got low fat mince here. Okay, we've got a few vegetables, we've got some peas and some carrots and swedes, and we've got some onions, and then we've got a bit of a mix there because we don't want to be too long doing this, so we want to make it as quick and easy as possible because a lot of you have got busy lives and prepping takes time, so we're going to try and do this efficiently as possible. Okay, so the first thing we do is we turn the slow cooker on. Okay, and now that's already on. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to put your veggies in there because they'll take the longest to cook. Okay, so literally just chuck them in there. All right, now I used half of those for the mixture I made earlier, which you'll see a little bit later. Okay, right then, so we're going to put a little bit of oil in here. Okay, and then we're going to just turn her on and we're going to fry off the beef, because we're going to put the beef and the onions, fry them off, and when they brown off, they're going to go into there as well. So that goes on like so. So while that's warming up, we're just going to open your beefs up, just like so. Okay, and there you go. Can't go wrong with that. You can use turkey mince if you want to go a little bit leaner, especially if you're like getting close to a diet or getting early stages of a diet. But at the minute, 5% beef, if you're just generally bulking up, trying to be clean with it, then that's fine. Okay, it's got a little bit more flavour, a little bit more fat too, but again, don't be shy of fat. So we're going to lob that in there. It's going to take a little bit of time to warm up. All right. So we're just going to bash it around. All right, just to split it all up a bit. All right, the second one will be a little bit quicker because the pan will be hotter. All right, and when that starts to get to temperature, we're going to whack in half of our onions. All right, just to give it a little bit more flavour. All right. Okay, so all you do in there, it's dead simple. Okay, I always use pre-cut ones because, again, it's time. I probably get slated for it, but at the end of the day, if you're doing this at 9 o'clock at night or 5 in the morning like I was earlier today, you don't want to be messing around really too much. And a bag of that's 50 pence, and it's a 50 pence well spent, I must say. All right, so now you've got the onions in there. We're just going to try and brown this beef off. Okay. Just keep moving it around there. And it'll just take a few minutes to cook this, guys. So once that's done, we're going to lob it into that slow cooker. All right, you get a few escapees, but all that pink needs to go to brown. Otherwise, in a slow cooker, it goes really weird. So I've done before. I've not been bothered to fry this off, which does take the time. I understand that, but it tastes nowhere near as nice. And it's like a completely different dish. It goes horrible. So I would thoroughly advise you to fry this off. Just spend a few minutes just doing that, because it will be worth it. Okay. So we're getting there with this one. We're not far away. That's it. How many times you see people just eating boring chicken off a George Foreman, okay, with hardly any seasoning on it, thinking, God, how'd you keep that up? You don't have to be that boring, guys. You can be creative. You just got to think around the box, and there's loads and loads of things you can do. I mean, this is a base. I mean, you can make a chili out of this easily by just chucking the chili sauce in there with this, rather than a cottage pie mix. It's straightforward as that. You can make 2 dishes out of this in one. All right, but now we're getting there, so we just got to get rid of all that pink, really. All right, so we're closing in on that. There you go. Nearly. It's bubbling away there. absorbing all those onion flavours as well at the same time. Okay, it does smell good though, I'm going to admit that to you now. Okay, and if you did this with turkey mince, you wouldn't get as much flavour because you get a lot more flavour out of the beef because it's slightly fattier, but you know, again, if you're not dieting and you're just trying to bulk up cleanly, this is more than sufficient for you. Right, I'm happy with that now. That is literally going to go into slow cooker. So we'll take the lid off slow cooker. Okay, all we're going to do is lob that in there. Okay, like that. We'll give it a little stir. Okay, because we're nowhere near getting everything ready in there yet. Okay, we're going to put the rest of those onions in because they're all softened up nicely. All right, boom, 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 boom. Okay, and then we're going to do the other one, and then we're going to show you how to get that gravy sorted out afterwards. Okay, so literally same process. That goes in there like so. Hopefully it'll be a little bit quicker than the last time because it should be already sizzling away like it is. All right. Okay, just mash it up like so. Okay, and we're going to put the rest of these onions in. Okay, just like that. No problem. Oh. We get in there. If you've got a big pan, you could probably do 2, a kilogram at a time. But I, unfortunately, I've only got a small pan, so I just painstakingly do this one at a time. Now this morning I did the same recipe in another slow cooker. Okay, just so I could show you what the finished article was going to be like. And I did 2 exactly the same. All right, so I've cooked off today 2 kilograms of mince. Okay, well that'll give me a good sort of 15, 16 meals. Okay, and that will easily last me the week. All right, but if I'm using my chicken formula and this one as well, I can split it up into 2. So I've got 2 beef and 2 chicken in the day, and that becomes less boring. You're getting different types of protein in there. Okay, and it's much nicer than just eating the same thing over and over again. Breakfast is going to be eggs and porridge and bananas in it. And I'm bulking now, so I am keeping quite clean with the bulk, so there's not too much rubbish going in there. So I am keeping to real foods, and I'm eating most of my food, 90% of my food I'm eating. I only have protein shakes around training times, intra-workout and after-workout shakes, right? So that is basically a better way of bulking, really, because in the past, I've used meal replacements a lot because I thought I was too busy to eat, but you just got to plan your day and plan the eating. So you really want to be eating, if you're bulking, every 2.5 to 3 hours. Okay, 2.5 ideally, 3 hours if you're really stretched for time. All right, so that is a basic rule of thumb. And generally when you're bulking as well, you want to be having about 40 grams of protein per serving as well. So that is something to bear in mind. Now, as you notice, we've nearly gone browned all this already. I've probably been talking, loads of gobbledygook, but hopefully useful information for you guys. All right, so there we go. This is virtually done now. And that's going to go straight into there. Look at that. And again, it smells amazing. You can't beat a bit of beef. Okay. I gotta say British beef as well, guys. Okay, lovely. Right, that's gonna go in there. So top comes off slow cooker again. That is gonna go in there. All right, lovely. So now we've got a kilogram of mince in there. All right, and all the onions, all the vegetables. Okay, lovely. So we're just gonna stir this up a little bit, just so it's all mixed, and get those vegetables mixed in there too. All right, so we've got carrots, peas and swede, and onions in there. Lovely. Right then, so to make the flavour, we've got two things to do. All right, firstly, we've got to make our mix. Okay, dead simple. I just use that shepherd's pie mix, just get a straightforward mix. I ain't got time to make loads of fancy stuff because, you know, busy boy. And again, you guys are busy people out there. Right, lob it in there. Now, the key here is not to make it too wet, so do not follow the instructions because that will make its own water. And you don't want to have minced beef soup. So what we're going to do is just going to make it a slightly loose paste on that. Just turn that off, otherwise it's going to beep at me. I'm just going to put some boiling water in there. Okay. All right, so luckily, fortunately, I've got this cooker here, but you just get a kettle on this and boiling water. And again, you don't want it too loose. There we go. This consistency here is all you need, okay? That consistency. All right, so it's nice and smooth, there's no lumps in there. All right, and then again, we're just gonna we're gonna pour that into, okay, we're gonna pour that into here, so that goes off. All right, and we're literally just gonna pour that in. Okay, so it's quite thick. Looks a bit like curry sauce, but it's not curry sauce, guys. All right, that would be interesting. Okay, I can invent a new meal. Okay, curried beef mince. Right, probably tastes quite nice. All right, so that all goes in there. Make sure it's all in there. Get the flavours going. All right, lovely jubbly. Okay, that's in. All right, again, we're going to do a little stir on this just to make it all mix in nicely. Now, it looks like there won't be much juice in there, but really, when that's cooked, and over the course of the few hours you're cooking this for, I mean, ideally, you're looking at about 4 hours. Okay, you will find it will produce quite a lot of water itself, and it will get its own gravy. Okay, and what we're going to do, last thing, to make this flavour taste even better, okay, is we're going to go and get a beef stock cube or a jelly. I use these ones, they're great. Okay, I'm just going to chuck that in there. Hang on, like so. Okay, that's pretty much all in there now. Left there. That'll just cook in there nicely now. All right, so that's ready to go. Top on, and then literally 3 hours later, we're going to come, 4 hours later, we're going to come back and we're going to see what it's like. Okay, guys, you've got a finished article here. There's a kilogram of 5% beef mince in there. You've got a bag of peas, 1 onion, and half a bag of chopped up Sweden carrots. You've got 1 sachet of shepherd's pie mix, courtesy of Sainsbury's this time. And then we've got OXO cube jelly in there, and that's made our dish. Okay, so for me, I need 120 grams of beef per serving. So we're gonna get about 8 meals out of this. So I'll show you how we're gonna pot it up. I normally use freezer bags, and these are small ones, the zippy ones here. They're easy, much easier to use rather than clipping, especially when you're no time, you're rushing around. So that's what we're gonna use, and then we're gonna show you how to do it now. So I've already potted one up for later, because I'm going to show you how this tastes, and believe me, it will be fantastic. So we're literally going to just put one scoop in here, okay, like that. Okay, it can get a little bit messy, but we don't mind a little bit messy. So that's one. There's 2. So again, these will go straight into the freezer, and they'll be frozen, and I'll take them to work, and all I'll do is I'll just microwave them with my potatoes and maybe a bit more veg actually, because we've put a bit of veg in there. We'll probably put a bit of broccoli with that, and then you eat it. All right, so it never goes off. You've always got a meal ready to go. All right, there's got no reason why you can't have or continue your diet or your bulk. All right, so if it's ready, prepared, you can't go wrong. And the next one, I'll get a little bit tired of this now. All right, next bit. Lovely. As you can see, I've done this a few times. I'm getting used to how much of the ladle goes in there. You can weigh it out if you want to, but generally, if you just do the maths, that you're going to get 8 meals out of your dish, then you can split it up and it averages out even if you get over in 1 or 2 meals. Okay, so literally one more here. All right, so I've done this pretty well now. So there's that. Just get the scraps out of there. All right. That goes in there. And still a little bit left. All right then. So that's done. All we do now is we seal them. So we're going to basically take them to the edge there and just knock them all down. So you can make little sausages out of these and just literally twist it around, get the air out, and then seal them. So that's one to go in the freezer. Okay, that's going to do the same. So I'm just going to just give it a little mix, take the air out. There's 2, easy peasy. Knock it down. All right, that's like that. Again, we're going to do this. All right, lovely jubbly. All right, same again. That's that. Okay, sometimes you get a little bit messy, but when it's frozen, actually, it just comes off. It just literally peels off, no problems. All right, so that's the last one. All right. So that now is ready to go in the freezer drawer. And as you can see, they're not massive and they can save a lot of space, and you can put loads in the freezer drawer. I can chuck in like 1.5 to 2 weeks worth in one drawer of food. All right, so hope you get something out of that, guys. And now we're going to show you what it tastes like. Okay, guys, so once it's all done and all cooked, generally we cook in that for around about 3 or 4 hours on high. Okay, this is what it looks like. So come and have a look at this. Okay, so it's all lovely. Only a little bit of sauce, because we don't want to put too much in, remember, like we told you before. All right, we need to make sure you've got all the meat in there, so it's all about the protein. Right, but your vegetables are in there, all cooked as well. Now, funnily enough, guys, it's lunchtime for me, and again. So I've got 250 grams of potatoes there, and I'm going to chuck on a good ladle, and maybe a little bit, and that'll be around about a portion from myself there. All right, so that is ready to eat. So we'll just have a little try of this. Okay, a little bit of potato and a little bit of the mince. Okay, it smells fantastic, by the way. I just thought I'd let you know that before we eat. Okay. Lovely, lovely and tender, loads of flavour. Okay, so there's another very simple meal. Okay, that gets knocked up in no time. All right, and you can alternate that between chicken and beef, so you don't get bored. If you have chicken all the time, a lot of you do, you can get very boring. So just mix it up. Okay, they've got 2 really easy recipes now. Okay, there'll be lots more to follow. So see you again soon.